Hey everybody, this is Louie. Welcome back to another edition of OOB Marines in Order of Battle World War II. Now, I am laying in this voice track after the fact, so this is actually like a week or so later than I wanted it to be because I'm still working on the technical issues, which I hope to solve one way or the other tomorrow. We're either going to get it to finally work the way I want it to, or we're just going to have to do all these videos this way. Now, while I'm fumbling around here trying to figure out how to set up, because I wasn't really paying attention when I clicked through, because I won the last scenario a little quicker than I thought I would. I'll just let you know a couple of things. Number one, I did pick up Blitzkrieg, OOB Blitzkrieg, the latest add-on for this series, Order of Battle World War II. Played the first scenario of it. Seems pretty much the same as this. I know there are some AI differences and lots of new units, but of course, you know, I was just the first scenario of the Poland thing, so I don't think I'll do a video on that. I don't know. Second thing is, I've been mentioning this game I'm currently playtesting. I still am, and I'm going to do videos on that as soon as it's released. The release date draweth nigh, so hopefully in a few weeks. We'll see how that goes, but stay tuned for that. Now, as you can see here, because I failed to look at the strategic map. You can see the strategic map right down there, and that little tiny map, I kind of forgot about it, so I really wasn't clear where my guys were supposed to be because I didn't bother to look and see, you know, where they should go. So this scenario is going to start like the last one started, continuing my tradition of really bad unit placement. So we'll see what happens there with that, because of course it's not done yet. We won't finish this scenario, but we're going to go ahead and do the best we can, because at this point I don't realize that if you can see down there that island on the strategic map down there, if you know where to look, I like sort of wasn't really sure what was going on. And gradually it began to dawn on me. So anyway, here we go though. I'm going to go ahead and do what I can, see if I can fire on any of those. I can't. I'm a little too far out, but I got some PT boats. That's cool. They'll be able to go in, but of course, PT boats are pretty short range. So here we go. Got to decide where I want to put my units ashore. You'll notice that first unit was a Raider unit. By the way, commando units in Blitzkrieg have the exact same function as Raider units do here. You all know how I feel about that if you've seen any of the other videos, so that's a shame. And finally, we're going to bring up the howitzer. I at least was smart enough to give him some artillery support here. So that was a quick little zoom in. And then we do have some guys on the mainland, which kind of surprised me. But we do have scouts that apparently came ashore before the main invasion. So that's kind of cool. Although you can tell it's like, you know, just a one strength point. So you've got to be careful with them, or else you'll be in trouble. So we're going to sneak around and see what we can see. And so far, he sees nothing. So here we go. Transports. So this is what helped me sort of figure out what's going on a little bit better by zipping around. So here we go. You can see I put some transports there. So we're going to go ashore up here and get to it. Notice I got two PTs here as well. Of course, I think PT boats were amazing. There we go. Discovered something. And so I'm going to pull my other boy over here. See what we can do about that. And then I begin to realize, hey, I've got more units. I should probably pay attention here. So as I did, yeah, so we're going to put some artillery in there. And what are we going to dig around here for? Trying to figure out what was already deployed and what wasn't. I got a little confused about that. You know, this is not like the first time I've done this, so I have no excuse as to why I was kind of so befuddled here, but I definitely was. So just to be honest with you. So, oh well, hey, nobody's perfect, right? So, yeah, scrolling down, looking to see who can I deploy. There we go. I got some raiders I can deploy. All right, I can put them there. And nope. That's when I noticed down here Australian infantry. So I click on that, and there's nothing going on. And that's when, down here on the map, I wasn't quite figuring it out yet, but I was starting to get close. I'm like, well, where do these guys go? And so I'm looking all around and not figuring it out. And then I think somewhere pretty close here, we got some New Zealand infantry. So I got some unmoved transports. Where could they be? I don't understand this. Oh, look, down here in the corner, but this big fat island, I've got units. Duh. Okay, so now I'm going to begin to roll. And this is interesting because you've got some blank flags there. So nobody holds those little tiny islands there, apparently. Then you've got that string of offshore islands there that are obviously Japanese held. There's a bunker. And then clearly, of course, on the main island, you got more. So, there you go. So now I figured out, okay, so I got 3 different places. So this little scenario here is interesting because it does sort of keep you on your toes. You've got 3 different areas of combat. They're widely separated, so they don't support one another. And so you've got to figure out, how am I going to deal with all 3 of these without, being able to support one another, or at least not being able to support each area very easily. How do I work that out? So it's an interesting challenge. And I'm like, wait a minute, what else do I have left? So you click cancel again and look around. Oh, hey, another scout. So what am I going to do with this guy? So let's move him down here and see if he can see anything. Nothing yet. And I'm just, I don't want him to run into anybody, because if he does, he's dead. He's a goner. What? More unmoved units? And then boom. Okay, here we go. Supply ships right on top of the island down in the corner. So where do these go? Do these go up to the main island up there, or the round island, or what do I do? So I wasn't quite sure. So I sent them off this way while I thought about it. So what, we've got more? Yes, we've got more, my friends. There's a little gunboat there. And so I just thought, oh, the heck with it. So we'll see what the Japanese will do here. The Japanese AI. Yes, I have to admit, this is not my finest hour. It's not even close to my finest hour as a wargamer, but oh well, too bad. All right, so let's send them in. Now I can see some more of what's going on here. So I've got some units I'm going to have to deal with, so it's time to get rolling. Problem is, you can't unload your landing craft on the turn they hit the beach. It takes a little longer than that. So, it's the next turn. So it's a little frustrating because you want to hit and go, but you just can't do that. Not in this game. And so we'll get my howitzer over there. And of course my light tank. Gotta get that light tank in there. Man, that light tank's awesome. So I think I'll use this PT boat to scout around. And I'll move this guy up over here to do the same. I've always loved PT boats since when I was a kid. Yes, I am really old enough to have been a kid during JFK's presidency. And I saw, of course, the PT-109, learned all about that, saw the movie. So I was like, wow. So, all right, here we go. Finally got some feet on the ground. You'll notice that the Raider, of course, is out of supply immediately. So one of the things I have decided is when I get enough points in this, I'm going to upgrade. I don't know if I'm going to do all the Raider units. I'm certainly going to upgrade a couple of them because they're just not really all that helpful the way things stand. So, okay, I'm going to get my scout out of there because, like I say, at one point, it only takes one hit and he's gone. So they could come in, of course, very, very handy. So I'm still checking everything over to make sure I've got everybody landed that I should have. It's a little confusing to me. I wish there was, and maybe there is, and I'm just not seeing it, but I wish when you see them over there in the unit, the force set up there in that column, I wish there was something on it that would tell you if they're on the map or not. That would be helpful, at least for me. Okay, so I'm going to send this guy up there. And then I thought, you know, do I have any supply down here? Maybe I should use that guy. So first of all, let's land and see what we can do with this guy. So we're going to hit him, the bunker, and the gunboat. Yeah. Let's lay some, look at that, too. Not bad. And then we got this, another gunboat. Well, hey, let's bring him over to the party. See what we can do here. 0, unfortunately. That's all right, though. We've knocked him down to 2, so that's not bad. So, all right, we're going to send the New Zealand, the Kiwis, ashore. And there's our supply ship, so we can get some supply here. Another supply ship, so we can keep these guys in supply. And there's my 37 millimeter. I thought, well, I'll swing it around over here. So I need to get something going over here just to see, you know, what other Japanese forces are on those little barrier islands. And we got some more raiders coming in. So, checking down there. I got nobody to land down there, so that's not good. Who do I have to move? Well, we'll come over here. And, oh, yeah, my New Zealanders. Get those Kiwis ashore. That is actually a really helpful feature in this game. It's annoying sometimes when you have units that haven't moved that you don't want to move, but in cases like this, these last two cases, it's really helpful because I did want to move those and I just hadn't. So, and here, okay, what should I do? Well, let's see if we can get in close enough to have a fight, and we can. So, now PT boats, if you know anything about them, you know they were fast and maneuverable, and they were made out of balsa wood almost. I mean, they were not able to take a lot of hits, but that wasn't their purpose either. You know, they were mainly torpedo boats, but they did have 50 cal guns and larger guns, actually, some anti-aircraft guns that they could use for ground support. So, all right, we're going to swing wide with the out of supply guys, and we're going to get the howitzer in here. We need to get that set up. And so you will notice I have no supply ship here. So it's one of the reasons I'm sending those supply ships up is because I probably need that. And the PT boat, okay, we'll see about bringing this guy up. I'm suspicious that we might have Japanese naval forces lurking somewhere. And, well, hey, let's send this guy down here because we did see a Japanese unit move this way. Let's see if we can spot him. Carefully, of course. And now we get this group to come ashore. Or at least some of them. Yeah, get that artillery ashore. And oops. They spotted us. They sent a message. So we got to move fast. That's the upshot of all that. Of course, I wasn't really planning on spending a long time here anyway, so of course I want to move fast. And we'll bring in some more raiders. And if we can knock this out and secure it quickly, then we can go further down the map and take that other place out down there and get those points. That's what you always want to do. So, all right, PT boat's flipping around. And you can see down here, it's all quiet on the southern front down there. So, all right, let's get these boats moving. Now, you notice I'm sending him back because I realized, geez, I don't really have any supply ships down here, so that's probably not really all that good. And with all these little islands, it's going to be a challenge to get all this successfully. All right, there's my gunboat. Let him have it. Come on. I got one. Now, if this guy will just come through, we can knock him out and not even have to use the infantry. Bammo. Did it. All right. That's good. That's what we want to see. So, supply ship. I thought I didn't have one. See, I mistook that for a, yeah. So I can supply these guys. So let's see. Bring the other supply ship down here, and hopefully I can keep all these guys on these different islands supplied long enough to take them all. And this is the 37 millimeter. So I don't want that on the front line, obviously. We're going to have to get those gunboats up here because I'm going to need their support to take these guys. Yeah, now what should I do with him? Yeah, we'll let this go. Go to the next turn, see what the AI does. Shooting at my PT boat, shooting at my guys there. Ooh, took some casualties, not good. Didn't give any back, that's not good. Oh, look at that, someone coming down from the interior. Because the word's out that we're here. So, Scout Boy's going to have to get some cover for sure. So we'll put him over there. Meanwhile, let's get these guys moving. Get my raiders up and see what I can do. And I lost 2. Not good. Of course, they're out of supplies. So that's part of the problem. And finally got some artillery ashore. Let's hit him with the PT again. Look at that, 2 points. Not bad. So why not bring in my other PT boat? Let them have a go at it. And nothing. And supply ships keep moving. I don't really know if I need that one down here, but I think one up there is sufficient, so what the heck. Checking my ships. There we go. There's my anti-aircraft gun. It's not going to be a very big help here, but hey. There we go. Get the gunship up here. Beat him up a little bit. Let's get this guy over here. Can't quite make it. So things are a real mess because, well, it's a messy operation to begin with, really. And my lack of comprehension of the whole setup certainly didn't help any. But hey, you got to move forward. You just got to do what you got to do, right? So look at that. Let's see. Hey, let's get some. Nice. Want to start weakening these guys. There's my scout. I'm tempted to attack with it, but I could just erase it if I do that, and I certainly don't want to do that. So, all right, let's move these guys into this little town here. Now we can capture a little a port, little dock area, and let's knock these Japanese out of here. There we go. Now we've got a pretty good amount of troops. Looks like we've got, at least for the moment, we've got numerical superiority, which is good. All right, so these guys are going to go back to scouting for any Japanese naval units that may be around. And let's check our unmoved transports. Oh, there he is. Yeah, look at that. I almost forgot to put my tanks ashore. Look at that. I've got quite a... What do you mean I've got another? Oh, heck with that. So, here they go. They're striking back at my PTs, but they're not doing much damage. Any damage, actually. And, they turned around and retreated. What do you know? That's good. At least for the moment, that's good. Although, I might have to leave someone here when I move down, if I take the whole place. If I want to move any troops further down south, just to guard against any guys sneaking in after I think I'm done and taking my victory points back. Oh no! My scouts are dead. Well, I guess I should have moved him out of harm's way a little quicker, huh? All right, so let's take care of this. They got some kind of supplies here. Well, they had some kind of supplies there, but they don't have them anymore. Got rid of that. Boom. See if we can soften them up any. And finally get these tanks rolling. Look at that. Let's go. Bam. All right. Took him OUT out, so he's going to move up there so we can attack this guy. Hopefully take him out. And then we will have captured everything that's right here anyway. You know, mop up the remaining guys out there. Because you can see there's a 2 and then there's a 6-point Japanese unit. So they've still got some punch. Definitely. Now, you'll notice the flag is still Japanese. That's because the unit I moved in, there's a raider. So I'm going to have to change that around so that I can capture a flag. And I'm not going to gripe about it too much anymore. I say that every time. And I lie every time. But I'm going to try to tell the truth this time. Okay, so, oops. There's that Japanese unit that pulled out that way. Come on. Bam. My PTs done dude it. All right, that's awesome. So that's done. So now we're going to send them back out to sea. Meanwhile, we're going to move up here and see what we can do here. Not much. You'll notice they're out of supply. Because they have no supply boat. So in fact, I don't know if I take that little harborage there, the little wharf, whatever you want to call it, I don't know if that gives them supply or not. I kind of think it doesn't. So we got to get that supply boat up here post haste. It's not too far away, but it's still going to take a couple more turns. So hopefully that won't see there it is. So hopefully I can get him there in time to not get myself too damaged. And I notice, oh look, there's a Japanese flag on top of the round island. Oh man. So yeah, these supply ships, they're not setting any world speed records, you know what I mean? So it's going to take a little while. But the gunboats, on the other hand, they can be really useful. So I've got to soften this guy up. Otherwise, he's going to stop me cold. So why not just pull this sucker up there and pound him? There you go. Beat him up a little bit. See, 1-to-1's not acceptable. It's not. I've got to do more damage than that to him. But it'll do for starters. I mean, eventually I should be able to take him. And bam, of course. I knew it would happen. I ran into something, but got to find out what I'm up against here. Get the lay of the land in terms of the defensive layout here. So, all right, we'll send somebody up here. We'll see if we can seize the high ground. That's always important militarily. Get up on the high ground, flank them, take them out. And here we go. Back to the no supply boys. Unmoved? Sure, why not? Yeah, it's him who I can't really do anything with, so I know it's not moved because he's just not moving. So we'll move him, maybe, or not. All right. Slugging it out here. If I was in supply, these guys would probably be, much better off, but that's the way it is. So the AI's thinking. The AI in this game, in these smaller actions, is pretty quick, actually. It can be a little long at other times, but that's true of all AIs, so you can't really, fault the AI for that, I guess. It's just the state of the art at this point. Oh, bam, they're hitting me here. And, look at that. There's somebody there, too. So we got 3 positions here, and that's just on this side of the bridge to get to Falam, or whatever, however you pronounce that, where that Japanese flag is, that I've got to capture. The one down, yeah, with where the dock is. So, Oh, I can hear them. They're sneaking around. They're attacking. my video does not seem to be capturing what I'm hearing, so I'm not sure what's going on. I think I had some kind of a computer glitch for sure, because I'm hearing things moving, but I'm not seeing them. Sorry about that. Look at that. Okay, that's totally weird. I didn't realize that before I started recording this. Sorry about that, guys. That's my tank. Oh, this sucks. How did my audio get out of sync with my video? Well, you can see the... Yeah, okay. There. So I think maybe we're back in sync again. Wow, that's bad. Yeah, took him out anyway. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, there's the artillery firing with no sound. Gee. Why is it everybody that I watch on YouTube seems to make this look so easy, but for me it's such a pain in the neck? I do not understand this. I don't know, folks. I don't know what to tell you. Wow. Well, there we go. Or at least we're getting... That's the wrong... That's actually the... Well, who cares? Here we go. I think we've already heard the sounds for this. We have. Great. Okay, just ignore the audio track. In fact, I think I'll just take the audio track out. Maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll look it over in a minute when I'm done recording the voiceover, because this is just ridiculous. But if I do that, then the audio track won't make any sense. So, okay, let's see. There we go. Hit him. Yeah, the gunship hit him, and we're going to hit him, which should result in his extinction. Now we can move forward. There we go. So we're pretty beat up, but we did move him out of the way, so hopefully we can take that flag pretty soon. Not in this video, because we're just about out of time, but hopefully in the next one. You can see I'm trying to figure out here who I want to hit. And... I'm trying to remember what I did here. I'm not remembering and I'm not seeing it. Wow, this is really bad. Okay, options. I think I'm opting out of the game. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I think at this point, I'll wrap this up and I'll see what I can do. Sorry about the technical glitches.